Guys, we're here. You know what? I'm sitting here watching this Copa America game. Team USA. Who are they playing? Costa Rica right now. You know what? And I thought about, you know what? Comcast doesn't just do the movies. We just don't do basketball. We are expanding to soccer now. Football. Ha, nah, man. I was just watching the game, thought about doing this. Anyway, I can't do soccer without bringing in the ultimate soccer expert that I know. Um, he's a two-time soccer champion in all of soccer. Um, nah, he isn't. Anyway, introducing Matt Lane. What's happening, man?
How
Soccer
you doing?
expert himself.
The one and only soccer expert. I even got a soccer jersey on, so it looks like I know even more about soccer.
Pure soccer jersey. Oh my goodness. No, we have to actually convince the people out there that we know what we're talking about, or at least you know what you're talking about.
I
So
will
go
talk the
ahead.
talk. I mean, you'll know by the amount of detail that I give.
Well, what's your claim to fame? Like, what soccer history do you have? We got to know from the host.
I broke a lot of barriers. I could say nobody in my family necessarily played collegiate soccer, so I was the first out of two. Out of two of us, I was the one that made it.
Right. So those of you that don't know, Matt played in college. What school did you play at? Southern Poly, right?
Southern Poly, which is now Kennesaw State, but when I played, we were Southern Poly Technic State University. We were ranked number 8th in the country. Really good team. Played with some players that are in FIFA. Played with some players that playing in the Copa America right now. So
Really? Can you name
yeah,
drop any of them? Can you name drop?
and it's one of those things. Like I really didn't know like their first and last name. You just kind of like called them by their first name.
Oh, what
So,
was?
but one of them's name was Felipe. But I mean, if you looked up Felipe right now, I doubt you. I mean, you might be able to find him. I don't
You were
know.
telling me he played for what team did he play for? Chile? When
Venezuela. I had a guy that played on the Venezuelan national team playing with me.
Oh, that's
Really
what's
good
up.
player. Really good player. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. You don't tell nobody these things. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what? We got the soccer going on in the background. And what is it? Later this week, Matt, the European Championship, Euro 2016, all Euroness starting this weekend. I don't know. What did I miss? What's happening? What's happening this weekend, Matt?
This is perhaps, and to some people, that this is a more competitive tournament than the World Cup itself. Um, I wish I had the numbers, but I know the last champions were from Europe, and I believe before that they were from Europe. I believe the last two were um, the last two, Germany, and then Spain, I believe. So European teams do dominate the world scene. So the Euro tournament, not only is it the pride of the European nations, it's also a very quality tournament. A lot of really good players on display.
That's what's up. So, what Matt came in and talked to us that we're going to do, we're going to go over this first slate of games through this first week. Ah, Matt. So, you know what? Without further ado, we're going to have our personal football expert. He's probably going to start speaking Spanish, even though it's, over there in Europe. But what's the first game we got? Hey, I thought it was a hilarious joke. What's
So
what's
we're
the
just,
first
I
game?
guess, we can just go game by game, and we're gonna cover the key players, the what I would say the prediction will be if you're playing any fantasy sports or whatever. And one more interesting fact. So the first game, the opener, is between France, the host country, and Romania. Um, Romania do have a rich history in overall international competition, but if you had to point at who's going to win this game, I would go with the host nation, France. they're probably going to win this one 2 or 3-0. I think you expect them to win at home. And they had the tragedy recently in France as well. So there's a lot of what's the word for it? Plot points. There's a lot of
scripted prop plays.
Clearly scripted plot points.
Well, you're here trying to win us money, so that's good.
Right. So, and I would say the key players to watch in the France-Romania game, you're going to want to pay attention to the French team mostly. I would say look out. I think Paul Pogba, he's probably the most well-known French international player. Plays in the midfield, has great technical skill, but he's very tall, so he's able to control the midfield almost unlike any other player in the world. A lot of people say he's overrated, kind of like Steph Curry, but he's unlike okay, I'm not gonna make it Steph Curry references. He's probably one of the players to watch, but look out for a guy named Antoine Griezmann. His team just came off the Champions League final. They lost to Real Madrid, but he had a great season.
What club team does he play for, or what team does he play for?
He plays for Atletico Madrid, which is in Spain.
Okay. All right. So what else? So you thinking it's going to be a 2 or 3-0 victory?
I would suggest a 2-3-0 victory.
Oh, man.
On behalf of France, the host nation.
The host nation. All right. So what can you say about who are they playing? Romania? Can you say anything about Romania? Right. Anything else?
Interesting fact about Romania is during one of the World Cups, and I really don't remember what number it is, but you can just Google this. They all dyed their hair like bright blonde, and this is when Slim Shady was doing his thing. So in order for team unity to exist inside, everybody on the team dyed their hair bleach blonde. Unfortunately, they didn't win much, but it was great.
Because they're not the real Slim Shady, so please stand up. Anywho. Right. Oh, man. Well, then, you know what? We're going to be back in a second. We're going to talk about the second of these 4 games we're going to talk about. Alessa and Matt, you got anything else you want to talk about with this game? Anything to look forward to?
I think this one's not too great to talk about. It should be pretty straightforward, but you never know in the world of sports.
All right. Well, we'll be back in a minute. You guys enjoy. Keep doing what you do and keep soccering. Yeah, that's the word.
Keep soccering.
All right, so we have returned. We back. We have some sort of intro or exit music. Matt,
This is the soccer. I don't know. Soccer podcast.
The soccer podcast.
We got one of those budget intro videos.
Budget intro videos. Chicka 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 boom. Wicka wicka.
At least it's organic.
All right, so we're back. We're here to talk about the second game. Matt, you know what? That one was kind of short, so let's just go through these games.
I guess it's short, but like I said, I think 2-3 minutes. I think 2-3 minutes is solid for a YouTube video.
All right. Okay. All right.
I don't know. I think we should just give it a go, and then if we feel like we should have more, then we'll just add more. I don't know.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's get into this second game real quick. Who's playing next? This game's on June 11th. Hey, Saturday, June 11th. We got one.
So Right. There's 3 games on Saturday. We have Albania versus Switzerland, England versus Russia, Wales versus Slovakia. And one thing I guess what we could do is we could just cover the games by day. So maybe do like these 3 at a time. These
All right.
Mondays, Tuesdays. So let's start off with Albania, Switzerland. And I'd say Swiss are one of those dark horse teams in the tournament. They have a good – it's kind of like their golden era in a way. They have a lot of players that are just playing at a very high level. One of them being Ricardo Rodriguez. He's one of the best fullbacks in the world. Plays for Wolfsburg in the German Bundesliga. And he's Swiss, and I had no idea he was Swiss till I read a couple articles. I mean, his name's Ricardo Rodriguez. But they have a really good team just overall. So I would expect them to beat Albania in their opener, and I think they'll progress through the group. I think they're just that solid.
Dope. Nah, man, that's cool. So, any certain players you want to look for on these teams, if you know any?
So from Switzerland, I mentioned Ricardo, but I would also pay attention to the man Xherdan Shaqiri. A lot of people that watch English soccer know him. He plays for Stoke City. Had a good opening season for the club. So he should be a player to watch out for.
All right. You want to move on to the next game? England, Russia?
England, Russia. This is probably the first actually competitive match that we've reviewed. I think this one will be pretty close. On one hand, you would say, okay, England should win, but traditionally, England has not performed on the international stage, and old habits are hard to break. So I wouldn't be surprised if they lose to Russia in the opener one. So for the opening match, I would say that they're probably going to
Probably going to dominate, I'm guessing.
I think they're going to dominate. 1 second. Sorry. All right. I don't know how to edit that. What are you saying?
We're talking about soccer.
Right. So with the England-Russia game, like I said, I don't think that one's as straightforward. I think that's the first kind of upset of the tournament. I just don't see England winning. They just, like I said, old habits are hard to break. England, I think they'll underperform, and I think they'll lose to Russia.
So if we're looking to make money, if I'm looking to make money, this is that game would I bet on?
I would say bet, and don't get mad at me if you lose, because I think England are the favorites in this game, but I could see them losing, definitely.
Okay. You hear that, people? We got our first upset. Here's some chance to make some money. All right, so Russia's going to win this one. All right, let's get to our final game of the week, or at least of this day.
Final game of the day, Saturday, June 11th, Wales versus Slovakia. This is an interesting matchup. Wales, and they restructured the format of the Euro competition, which we didn't mention. This being the first time they've reformatted, and they've basically just added more teams. And Wales is one of those teams that's always kind of like on the verge of qualifying or not qualifying. So the fact that they open the tournament to more teams allows teams like Wales into the tournament. So with that being said, they're going to have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They're going to really want to prove themselves. I think they'll have a great tournament. I really do. They have good players. Gareth Bale plays for Real Madrid. I believe he's still the most expensive player in the world. He's also the most athletic Welsh person alive, I'm sure. And Aaron Ramsey plays for Arsenal. They have a good little team in Wales. And I think they'll beat Slovakia, although Slovakia are a tough team, but I think they'll beat them.
What makes Slovakia tough? I mean,
And,
Wales, you just go ahead.
Slovakia is like one of those teams, and you see this in almost every sport. They just kind of like they just have great unity, and they just don't lose too many games. You know, they're never like gonna win a tournament, but they're just always tough to beat. They're never a team that you're just gonna like run over. You know, they kind of go into matches knowing that they don't have top, have to play more physical, more tactically, more defensive. So again, you know, that just makes them a tough team to beat every time.
Well, that's good. All right. So, of all these, what game would you say is the one to watch? Like, if you had to pick one, I got to sit back and watch it. Which one would it be?
For Saturday, you know, and I think a lot of people would assume England, Russia, you know, just based off. I think Wales, Slovakia. I think that's a good one. Watching a team really enter a competition for the first time in their history, it seems like. And I'm sure they'll come out with a lot of passion and pride. So it'll be a good game.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, people. You know who to put your money on. You know who to put your money off of, and you know who to look out for. Anyway, Matt, man, how can we find you? How can we reach you?
I don't know. Just check out, you know, I run like a beat producing channel, so you guys can check that out. It's TL Beats. We also do like a talk on like other type of stuff too. So, but I'm around. I'm not that hard to find.
That's what's up. Anyway, everybody, thank you for listening to our Caw Soccer Cast. Man, a lot of fun today. A lot of fun. Anyway, we'll be getting this out for you guys soon. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.